In a far-off land, a mystical talisman holds sway, the monkey's paw. Bestowing 3 wishes upon its holder, it's a gift that comes with a grave price. Be cautious, dear friend, for every desire has its consequence. A chilling tale of greed, regret, and unintended consequences. Welcome to the haunting world of the monkey's paw. Remember, be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. In the chilling darkness of a stormy night, an old soldier named Sergeant Major Morris unveils a cursed artifact. In the comfort of the Whites' family home, amidst the crackling fire and murmured conversations, Morris reveals an object of profound mystery, a mummified monkey's paw. His story spins a tale of an ancient Indian fakir, a holy man skilled in miraculous tricks and illusions. This fakir, in a demonstration of his power and a lesson in fate's unyielding rule, imbued the paw with a spell of potent proportions. It was to grant 3 separate men 3 wishes each. But this was not a gift. Oh no, it was a lesson, a warning. Meddling with fate, the fakir knew, would only lead to sorrow and regret. And so despite Morris's warnings, Mr. White, driven by curiosity and greed, takes possession of the cursed paw. Thus begins a tale of desire, horror, and the merciless hand of fate. With the cursed monkey's paw now in their possession, the Whites fall prey to its sinister allure. Now in possession of such a powerful artifact, it's only natural for the Whites to test its powers, right? And so, they do. Their first wish? A seemingly harmless one. They wish for 200 pounds to pay off their house. But as we all know, there's no such thing as easy money, and this money comes at a devastating price. Their son Herbert, a vibrant young man full of promise, meets a tragic end in a factory accident. The compensation awarded by the company, you guessed it, the exact 200 pounds they had wished for. The Whites' joy at their newfound wealth turns to ashes in their mouths, as they realize the terrible price they've paid for it. The monkey's paw, it seems, has a cruel sense of irony. Overwhelmed by grief and desperation, Mrs. White, in her sorrow, sees only one way out. She turns to her husband and pleads with him to use the second wish to bring Herbert back to life. Mr. White, despite his better judgment, finds himself unable to deny his wife's desperate plea. After all, what wouldn't one do to bring back a loved one, to erase a tragic mistake? And so, he takes the monkey's paw once again into his trembling hands. His heart heavy with dread, he utters the fateful words, wishing for their beloved son to return to them. But as the words leave his lips, a sense of foreboding fills the room. The air grows heavy, the silence deafening. As they wait for their wish to come true, one can't help but feel a sense of unease. They've already seen the disastrous consequences of their first wish. What horrors could the second wish unleash? And so, with a heavy heart, Mr. White makes the second wish, unaware of the horror that awaits them. In the dead of the night, a knock echoes through the Whites' home, sending chills down their spine. The terrifying climax of our tale unfolds as Mrs. White, her heart heavy with sorrow and desperation, rushes to open the door. The possibility of seeing her son again, resurrected from the cold grasp of the grave, has driven her to the brink of madness. Meanwhile, Mr. White, his mind racing, is struck by the horrifying realization of their actions. The paw. It still holds one final wish. With a trembling hand, he makes his plea, the final wish, just as the door swings open. Mrs. White's hopeful eyes meet the empty street outside. No ghastly figure awaits, no son returned from the dead, only the cold, desolate night. And there, in the chilling silence, the Whites learn the dreadful price of tampering with fate. Each wish, each desire, had only led them deeper into despair, proving once again the terrifying power of the monkey's paw.